I want to take some time. My reviews are usually short and quick, and I appear or sound indifferent because I am when it's your money, and I'm not gonna peddle something that I think is not worth it. And I'll go ahead and tell you the price of this knife right off the bat. It is $99. It is Nitro V steel, and it's light. You know, it's a good steel for a knife. It's a little easier to sharpen than some of the more hard steels. But being a Nitro V, it gets its name, I would assume, because this type of steel has a little more carbon in it, and it's probably a little more equivalent to a 14C to 28N, just 28N. But you have to admit, that is an absolutely beautiful knife. This is the Oknife Duron. So if you are considering getting a knife for your husband or for your wife for Mother's Day, I guarantee you 42 things, and I'll tell you the first one. If you get your wife this for Mother's Day, whether she's a mother or not, she's going to be impressed. It's almost as good as cutting steaks and meats and things like that, and even pizza up with a good pair of scissors. This thing is amazing. I love it. Okay, we will test its capabilities here in a minute on this probably a 15-year-old tree climbing rope that has been stretched so many times it barely flexes. As with all knives, if you're a coin collector, like take Uncle Martin for example, the Oknife knives come with a pretty cool stinking coin, and each one is personalized for the blade or the knife you're carrying. So this is the Duron. So now I carry an Oknife. It's not my EDC, it's my EDD. It's my everyday drive knife. It stays in a little bag under my seat. And since you're losing interest quickly, as I understand, this is one rope I hate to cut. Everyone has their favorite rope. This rope has so many hoops in it, I can hook onto anything in the yard at the base camp. And there's a spot. There's an end to this madness. Here it is. So I'm going to need, I mean, this is a tough doggone rope, believe me. And I'm not pushing real hard. I mean, look, it's there. But it just cuts so stinking nice. It is nice. But anyway, I love it. I hate using these knives because they're almost like collector's items. But nobody's gonna, I mean, somebody may say, hey man, you got a knife, you need to cut this rope a little shorter. Most people are gonna have a string like this. Hey, anybody got a knife in their pocket? And you're gonna go, yeah. And you're gonna just zip it. It's kind of pretty inside, isn't it? I hate that I cut it. Never fear. The simpleton knot is here. So let's go do something. You didn't get all the words. Different. I will put the link to the Oknife. I got it dirty. Look at that thing. Isn't that sweet? I think so. And it is really light for a Paquetto knife. The link will be in the video description. Let's go do something I do best. I came down here for one reason and three reasons only. And that's to find golf balls, but I did not know the water was still this high. As you can tell, it's time to cut the field and see if a bunch of baseball players pop up. I think that's the way it works anyway. If you're new to the channel, then you've never been here before. And I'm gonna have to school you on a couple of things. One of them is, that's a golf ball. That's a Fidelist eye. We're gonna harvest. I do not play the golf ball. I simply save them from a life of turmoil and constant tumbling. And you'd be surprised how grateful they are. They don't even know what to say. But while we're doing that, we're gonna search for other washed up treasures that need to be harvested. I only have enough battery left for about, oh my goodness, to talk about 2 hours straight, but I don't think, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh my goodness, that's a big old doggone Midland water snake. I guess it was a Midland. I don't know once I got out of the water. When it comes to saving the golf ball, 3/4 is better than none. That's what they say on the turf, I think, is at the little yard line post thing when you play golf ball thing. I don't know if it's a good feeling or a bad feeling knowing I'm sinking. Either way, oh no! This water has some motion. That's an even flow golf ball. That's for pumping milk for your children when you get teed off and stomp like a crybaby on the green. Or at least that's what, I think that's what that one's for. I'm having some difficulties. That is that's an old, I've mentioned those before. It's like craft beer, but it's somebody who made golf balls at home, and that one was made by Taylor. This one looks like a standard issue white. Nobody knows what this is. So there's gonna be about 8 right here. I've blown it and got out here way too late. But that's really not important right now. What we're gonna do is just simply walk and harvest. I'm already getting bored with them, but I gotta clean the creek up of microplastics. Can't believe I missed that snake. Oh, I just got a little moisture in the boot of my boot. So we're gonna go it appears Max Fly. Let's assume it's your time of the month. That's the ball you're gonna use. What is this one? Callaway. Those grow on plants down in South Alabama. Oh, there was another one that was gonna be amazing, but I don't know. So we'll just get this one, dust it off, and we'll call it a Taylor made another one. He put a picture of a little vegetable on there. That fella's creative. I gotta watch for snakes because I'm not 100% sure what that was. It had a little more orange to it, which leads me to believe it's just a snake. Something just jumped in. Ouch. And for those of you who don't know, watching this video is exactly the same as watching someone play golf. A bunch of golf guys are going to chase me down in their little stay dry pants and chase me out of the creek. What are those? Moisture wicking. Oh goodness, I cracked myself out. All right, let's get this one. South Alabama ball. That's also known as a sab. This may be a somewhat choppy looking video. GoPros really do not like low light. That means the sun should be higher. Right now it's low. So, but if we could find another snake, it'd be worth the adventure. You know what I love about butterflies? They love homemade goose ice cream. I don't know if you know it, but ice cream was invented. This is fun fact number 7. As a result of a lot of geese flying in, and people got to seeing them, and they realized those things naturally produce ice cream. So they would gather up a bunch. Hold on. Thought I laid eyeballs on a golf ball. They would gather up a bunch of geese and have an ice cream festival. I think the bitterness and the acidity got to people, so they figured out a way to make it a little sweeter. And hence you have the modern day ice cream. Only good quality modern day ice cream is made from original recipe, which requires a minimum of about 15 geese. And there you have that. It's like people don't know, like how did someone create a ketchup bottle that you can squeeze it, ketchup comes out, you let go, and it closes back up. Hey, remember when you was a little kid and it was, for some reason, it was fascinating when you was playing football in people's yards in the neighborhood, back when you could just run around anybody's yard? And then a dog comes out right in the middle of the field and uses the bathroom. That's natural, so no one should get offended. It's natural. And then you wonder, how does it just turn off like that? Someone got close and they figured it out. Hence the self-slamming door on a modern day ketchup bottle. I didn't even look for snakes, I just crawled over this. I am surprised and perplexed. I really don't even know what perplexed means. It just sounds like a pretty cool word. I'm getting bored. Are you? Oh, this one is so old. No, it's a Fidelis too. We shall harvest. I saw another one. Oh, it was right there by my... This one looks like a Tanya made. Oh, this is a rare one. Oh, no, it's not. It's another one. Made in South Alabama. I slept about 45 minutes last night. And like Prince, I get delirious whenever you're near. This might be quite a special spot to fish for a fish. I may do that. That big stump used to be a little higher. Of course, it's what's left of a tree. These footprints should not be here, as this is my terra softa, but I may put a deck over there. I'm not sure. Money too tight to mention. Some lady wrote a song about it. Oh yeah, let's go. It's pretty, isn't it? This would be a good swimming hole. This is what the swimming hole looked like when I was growing up, but it looked like that further on down now. It is different. It appears that a lot of this water is really wet, but oh, check it. Fun fact, this golf ball is made originally from like a pasta type ingredient, and then to compete with the Callaways from South Alabama, they wrapped them in white plastic. So you get what you get, which is failure to communicate. There should be about 13 arrowheads in here. We'll start with that one. We need 12 more. That one's not quite the quality I'm looking for, so it is gone. Some of the points in here, I mean, when you find them in the water, they lose their charming edge. So let's peek over here. Pretty, isn't it? I'm trying to slowly move the camera so it doesn't glitch your eyeballs as we walk. I do need to be looking for airheads, but there's not many things quite as bad as watching a video and it looks like this. I don't know. Strep throat's pretty bad. First time I ever got strep throat was after my bride and I got married. I think the only time I ever got strep throat. And we both went to the doctor at the same time. Same doctor. Of course, she made fun of us. It was a long time ago. You could do those things. All right. We have officially left my dirt. Something big just swam up through there. There's only been 2 alligators ever spotted in this creek, which is good. I can live with 2. That's getting pretty deep out there. We'll have to trespass for a minute. I'm wrong. We're still good. My dirt goes a little further. I can see the line. Let's go. Be very, very quiet. But it stops in the center of the creek. The center of the creek. Not the center of the creek. The center of the creek. There's a grand debate on many Facebook pages, which of course is why young people love Facebook, because it is just kind of a battleground. But you know what, there is a new app, I'm not going to say the name of it, taking over Snapchat, because so many moms have hijacked Snapchat. So the kids are like, okay, I'm out of here. Oh, the debate. I forgot about the debate. The debate is how much methane can come out of the creek at once. The debate is who owns the creek. You don't own the creek. You can't own the water. You can't own what the Lord done gave us. So let's take it, let's get serious. I can own the creek. If I own this dirt, and your foot touches the ground, you're trespassing. In this case, my dirt only goes halfway across the creek. The other half belongs to the other people. You know, you wonder who are the people in your neighborhood. Unless it is a navigable I think that's the arrowhead. And then if it's navigable, you can float it from here to Timbuktu. So you ask yourself, how do you know if a creek is navigable? I can't remember if the T is in there or not. I don't think it is. I think it's navigable. Each state has a list of navigatable. It doesn't sound right when you just say navigable. It's like saying the word bread 500 times in a row. You wonder, what does it even mean when you get done? But, like I was saying, if you can legally float it because it is navigable, then you can't do anything about people floating it. So, as I often say, Google can be your friend. I think we're done. Now take, for instance, this little island. You've got moisture, then there's a little island. That's a challenging one. It's pretty, isn't it? To me, it is absolutely beautiful. And why is it beautiful? You ask me. So I will tell you after we get some. We need some information off this. Feed at least 3. So we got a feed at least 1, a feed at least 2, and a feed at least 3. I think I just threw some creek water in my drinking hole. It didn't taste that bad. So this is as far as we're going to go. We're going to hang a left right here on the island and go back. It is beautiful because his attributes are clearly seen. Clearly seen. Therefore, we are without excuse. To look around, to look up, to look down, and realize there is a creator. That's somewhere in the book of Romans. I'm gonna guess Romans 1. I don't remember. I think I do remember. So we're gonna make our way back down. I got the sun in my eyes. And I want to find another arrowhead. There may be one more. And then it's not long before the battery turns off. I was wrong about the time I had to share this wisdom with you. And just remember, 99% of the time, no, that's not true. If there is ever a word that comes out of my mouth about the Lord or the scriptures, rest assured you can look it up and it will be there. Otherwise, I won't say it. No, I don't know it all, or think I do. But God's word never returns void. That's why you will remember anything you were taught in Sunday school as a child when someone brings it up. Even the world's most misquoted line out of the Bible. You're waiting, aren't you? I'm embarrassed to even bring it up because it's so goofy. It's a debate too that money is the root of all evil, when the scripture clearly says money is the root of all sorts of evil. That's just a rock. Oh, there is one debate I just realized. I just heard someone talking about. It's not necessarily a debate, but notable theologians disagree with each other. And that is, upon this rock I will build my church. Is Peter the rock? Were all the disciples the rock? When Christ clearly said that he would build his church. He himself, not the disciples or Peter. So was it simply the words that Peter said? That Jesus said, yeah. Upon this rock I will build my church. Is it upon that truth? Oh, there's a bottle. I wonder if it's old. You have no idea how many bottles I've given away lately. This bottle is going to lay right there until I guess I come back and see it again. So in the comments, let's see if we can have like a mature discussion. Now it's got to be a discussion rooted on text, rooted on biblical, clear text. Was Peter the rock upon which the church would be built? Because Christ was the cornerstone. We all know that, we've heard it. But was Peter the rock, or was the disciples the rock? They were all there. Or was it simply Jesus? Sorry, I'm trying to walk and have a mature discussion at the same time. That's really two things I can't do at the same time. But that's not what's important right now. What's important right now is that we get out of here before dark. If you're wondering why I didn't take that bottle and you're semi-upset with me because I did not harvest it and at least get it out of the creek. It is because my bottle, my choice. Sometimes when you speak before thinking, things come out that sound funny, but at times may later be considered offensive to others. Okay. I'm laying my eyes upon something I've never seen out here before. I did not put this here, nor do I know what that is. What is that? I don't know what it is. I'm about to run out of bottle of battery on my handy dandy device. So we'll wrap up when I get to the end. We're not at the end. This creek will always mean a lot to me because back when my dad was walking around good and healthier, oh, he's healthy. He's just physically struggling. There was a big drought. I don't remember what year it was in Alabama. It was a pretty serious drought, and there was just pools left in this creek and nothing more. And my dad and I came down here walking. It was like I was stinking 10 again. You know, you just look up at your dad and with a smile, and he doesn't know it because you're grown. You can't act all like that. But I do. He knows I love him dearly. Anyway, that's why I love this creek. Thereeth is my wagon. I forgot one point. One is the ever hated privet hedge has an amazing smell when it's in bloom. Number two is just because you don't live here and you may live like in a city does not mean that the Lord's hand has not played a part in that, because it takes really skilled men and women to have the ability to build something like that. And it's just brilliant that people can take something out of nothing, the dirt, and dig and find other things and make things and make metals, electricity, and all that. Whole concept of life is just baffling me. That's why I do what I do, and you do what you do. Boo. Thanks for watching my videos.